friends. So this last month, so many of my clients have come to me with knee pain and knee issues, so I figured I would just do a short little knee prep strengthening workout and show it to you guys. So I always start off with a calf stretch. So why do I start off with a calf stretch? So if you have tight calves and tight quads, well, we'll get to the quads, but tight calves and tight hamstrings, it's going to affect your knee joint, but also the knee. When I treat the knee and I go for the knee, I always look at what the ankle and the hip are doing, because it's hanging out in between those two things and those two parts of our body, and it's deeply impacted. So if we have foot mobility lack, or if we have a lack of hip strength, that's going to impact the knee. Your knee is going to take the brunt of that. So we're working on ankle mobility here, which is amazing, and then we're also, one of the calf muscles attaches on the opposite side of the knee, and so that's going to be, if you have extra tension there, it's not helpful. It's not beneficial. So go ahead and go to the other side. 60 seconds on each side. You want to pay attention to where your hips. Do they want to go forward? Because you really want to keep them back, and your weight in your heel. And this can be done without a half dome. It can be done with a rolled up towel, or what I actually like to use is a pair of jeans that don't work anymore, because if I roll that up really tight, it doesn't compress as much as a fluffy towel. So I get a little more stable surface. So you can try that. Awesome. So now, this is one I've been playing around with a lot, and one of my family gatherings, I had everyone doing this, and we're all having so much fun with it. So I recommend you find a step or a stool, but nothing too high. The higher it is, the more challenging it's going to be. So I recommend starting something low and then working your way up. But putting your heel, hopefully, on this surface so that your weight's coming down through your heel, can just step up. What do you have to do to get yourself up there? Just feel. How much momentum do you need? And now we're going to slow it down. So let's take away the momentum and see what your body wants to do. So if you take away the momentum and just go really slowly, like slow-mo, what does your body want to do to get yourself out there? Now I'm going to add some layers on. So let's say your knee isn't allowed to go forward in front of your ankle. So we're going to tell my knee that I have to keep it stacked over my ankle. Now, what does my body have to do, and we're going to still do this in slow-mo, to get myself up, to step up? So again, paying attention to my knee, because I'm gonna have to tip forward, I'm gonna have to stick my butt back. And what we're doing here, when I keep my knee stacked over my ankle, is I don't over engage my quads, and it requires me to use my back line. So much fun. Now, I'm gonna add one more requirement on. What does your knee wanna do when it's stacked up and you go to take that step up? So a lot of us will find we've got quite a bit of wobble. We kind of have this path that our knee wants to take. It finds over here and here and here to stabilize us. So when I first came to this work, I was just like, ooh. And it just made me laugh, because you don't notice it until you slow down, and then you notice it. So what do you have to do to keep your knee in one place, and rather than search for stability other places, can I use my back line? And how slow do I have to go to be able to pay attention to all those things and get up? Such good work. You can try it on the other side. So again, my hair is falling out. Just step up like you normally would. And just see what your body wants to do if you're not thinking about it. And then we're going to slow down. So what do you do? Can you, without using momentum, use slow-mo and get your body up? Not too bad, right? Just a little more work. Now, let's stack our knee over our ankle and not allow the knee to come forward, keeping it in that same vertical plane. I'm feeling the work. Good work though, it's so fun. And lastly, let's pay attention to our knee. Can we stabilize our knee, not go searching for stability in other places, but kind of plant our knee in one place, grounding down through our heel, using slow-mo, take that step up. So slowing down, and again, you see why I recommended a short. I mean, you could start with like 2 or 3 inches. You don't have to do a step or a stool. I actually recommend you don't start there. But then as you start practicing this work and as you start feeling the ability to control those muscles a little bit more, then graduate to a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and it'll challenge you. So it's fun work there. So play around with that. Now this one's gonna seem counterintuitive, but I'm gonna explain it to you. So we're gonna come into this side lunge with our left leg pointed forward, our right leg, our toes pointed out, not back or not forward, but out. And you can bend your knee. Now, most of the time I do cue a lunge where your knee is stacked over your ankle, but I'm gonna tell you a little secret. If your knee does travel in front of your ankle over towards your toes, it's not gonna explode and it's not gonna break. So, in this place, I want you to just practice, can you track your knee over your foot? Or, I'm gonna do it to the side so you can see. Keeping it stable, or does it wanna kinda, I'm exaggerating here, but does it wanna kinda not follow that plane, follow that track, and does it wanna go other places? And that's just something to pay attention to. And can you stabilize your knee enough to where I can track it back and forth over my knee on that plane? Do about 5, 8 times on this side. And just feel that work. It will be working your quad. It's okay to use our quads. We just don't want to always have to use our quads. But here, I just find this is really helpful to feel what my knee wants to do when I'm tracking in this plane.